Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the session. So, out camera. Hello, sir. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Oh. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome to the session. Okay, let's just join everyone. Let everyone join, then we'll start the class. So, today is day 10. I hope you are fine today. Yes, man. Yes, I'm good. How are you? What about you? How are you all? I'm good. Yes. Great. So, guys, let's start. Okay. I guess enough people are there. So, let's not waste time and let's start the session. Okay. So let's start it, guys. Ready, everyone? So, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this Python Bootcamp, August Python Bootcamp, which is a bootcamp of 15 days. And we are on the day 10. And today's topic is today we are going to learn about the modules. Okay. We'll understand how module works and everything about modules. Okay. Then packages. We'll know about packages and virtual environments. That how we can create our own modules, how we can create our own packages, what is the difference between modules and packages, virtual environments, requirement.txt file, okay, and each and every concept so that we will be prepared for working with projects. Okay, guys? So let's do that. So, guys, the first question which will come to our mind is that what is a module? The first question will be what is a module? Now, the answer for this particular thing is that what is a module? So, okay, let me just do what? Let me just give you one scenario. Okay. Now, suppose, guys, you have a very big, huge Python file. Let's say main.py. And in that main.py, means inside that main.py, you have 5,000 lines of Python codes, okay, in which you are writing the code for login, you are writing the code for database, calculator, email, payment, reports, and everything is in that main.py only, okay. So imagine how difficult it will be to maintain that particular file, because in the same file you have kept everything, okay, in the same file you have kept every single operation you have kept in that file only. So imagine 5,000 lines of code, and maintaining those 5,000 lines of code is so hectic. Okay, so it becomes very, very difficult to maintain a very big Python file. So then what we can do? So instead of writing everything in one file, what we can do for login, for calculator, for database, for email, for different set of operations, we can create different files. Okay, and whatever function, whatever classes we need it, we will import that file, we will use that file, and from that file we will use those functions, those classes in our one single file. That process we can follow it. So using this process, it becomes very easy to maintain your code, because if you get an error in the login function, so now you know that you have a special file called as login. In that you will go and check the function and you can easily fix it. Okay, now if you have any function related to database, and if there is an error in that function, so you know that you have a separate file for database, so you don't look it here and there. You have a specific place, you will go there, you know the function, and you can change it. Okay, so that is what you can do it using the modules. So this is what modules help you in. So modules gives you a responsibility to handle a specific file. Okay, so it's a kind of approach also, which we use it in building a project, building an application, building a system. Okay, so for in that also, this modules is an approach. Using this modules concept, we use it our day-to-day life. Okay, in our day-to-day programming in Python. And in Python it is very easy to create modules, okay, and use them. So now I hope that you know that what is a module. So let's write the definition now. Okay, so module is nothing but it is a Python file only which contains Python code. Okay, and those Python codes means that there could be function, classes, variables. Okay, and whenever it is needed you can import it and you can use it. Kundan Kumar, hi. Hello, 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 brother. Welcome to the stream. Shruti, hello, sir. I have completed watching your Python bootcamp till day 9, and this is my first live lecture. Your bootcamp is really helpful to learn. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I hope you like till the day 9. You have understood all the concept. And today's concept is also very important. As you know, it is module, packages, and virtual environment, which will be used in building projects. Okay. So it is very important. So, uh, Vanshika, which is better, data science or data analytics in Python? Ma'am, both are different. Means you have to understand that data analytics, which we do it on the past data. Okay. Suppose last year, what was the sale? So who is going to tell me that? So a data analyst will tell me that using the data analytics concept. But in the upcoming year, how I can increase my sales? So that answer will given by a data scientist. Okay, using the data science concept. So data analytics means you are researching, you are doing researches on the past data, okay, which is already done. So you are finding the reasons, okay, how it happened, okay. And data science means that what will happen. Okay, so you're doing the research for what will happen, what's gonna happen now. That is what data science is. Okay, so is there is nothing better, okay, between data science and data analytics. It's just that what you want to learn, what you want to be, it based on that. Okay, both are different roles. I hope, ma'am, your confusion is clear. So now let's just talk about, and let me just write the definition, okay? Because you guys want me to write the definition also. So see, a module is it's nothing but it's a Python file only, okay? It's a simple Python file which contain, okay, which contains normal Python code, okay? Like function, classes, and these things. Okay, so such as functions will be there, classes may be there, and there could be variables also. Okay, variables uh, that can that can be used or that can be imported and reused in another Python file. That is the use of a module. Okay. Now we'll learn that how we can create our own module. So it's gonna be very simple. Okay, guys, it's gonna be very simple to create your own module. I am using VS Code. If you are using any editor, it's not a problem. What you have to do, you have to just create a normal Python file with the extension .py. Remember, the extension of that file should be .py. Kundan Kumar, also I have completed Flask till template inheritance and it's great till time. Yes, and today, probably today only, the next video of how to deal with static files, okay, in Jinja 2 and Flask, that also will be uploaded. Okay, hopefully today. I'm not guaranteeing because it's based on the editor. Okay, editor was on leave, so today hopefully it will be uploaded. Okay, so you can go through that also. So now, guys, your module is a Python file. What is the definition? That a module is a Python file containing Python code. So remember, when you'll create a file, you'll not create with .ipynb extension. You will create it with .py extension only. Okay. So let's just create our own module. Named as let's say we'll name our module as what? Let's name it as calculator.py. Okay. So I'll create a Python file and I'll say calculator.py. Now this is my Python file. In this file, I'll create few methods. Vivu9444, hi, hello man, welcome to the live stream. Kundan Kumar, okay, great. Yes, man. So that is what. Now let's do what? I'll create few methods here. So I'll return a plus b. Then let's create one more function for subtract. Okay. Like this, I'll create few methods here, our own module. So there are two modules, there are two functions which I've created in my calculator.py file. Okay. Remember to save this file. Okay, remember to save this file. And if you are using VS Code, so there is an option called as autosave. Make sure that you have checked this option. Okay, that this option is enabled. So then you don't need to save the file. It will be automatically saved. If not, so then please save it. Then come in your normal file. Now it could be a .ipynb file or it could be another .py file. Okay. So calculator.py is there. In this, there are two functions. Okay, for add and subtract. Now I'll use those functions. So to use these functions, it's very simple. What you have to do, just write import calculator, write the name of your module, import calculator, and then you can simply print also, or you can store it in result also. So let's say calculator dot add, and let's add 10 and 20. Now you'll see it will return 30. Okay. So we have created our own add function and it is doing our work also. So calculator.py is a separate file. It is a separate Python file, but we can use that file. And in that file, there is a method called as add that also we can use it. But remember that add function takes two parameters. So we have to give two values for that. And when you'll give two values, it will add them and it will give us 30. So simple it is. So simple it was to create your own module. So that is how you do it. That is how, guys, you do it. Okay. Now there are multiple ways of importing it. Let's say each time writing calculator is not that much, it becomes very hectic. So now you can do what? Import calculator as calc. Now instead of writing calculator, you can only write calc and then also it will do your task. Okay. If I'll make it 20, so it will give me 40. Okay. So these are the ways, different ways in which you can import a module. Okay. One is normally just by writing import calculator. But the problem is that each time you need to write calculator dot add, calculator dot subtract, then you can give a alias name. Alias name means a pet name kind of thing. So you can give a short name to your module. Now, instead of writing calculator, you will write that short name which you have given, the alias name, and that using that also you can call your methods and functions. Not only that, there are other ways also of importing this. Now, suppose you want to import from calculator, you want to specifically import one method only, like subtract. So import that, okay? And then what you can do, print. Now you can directly use subtract. Okay. So from 40, subtract 20. So you will get 20. Okay. So now when you import like this, now this is to import a specific function. This is to import a specific function. So this is you are going to import a specific function. Okay. Now this was importing through giving an alias name. If you will not use this, so then you can directly import the file. This is using a specific function that you can directly import a specific function. Now in this only, if you want to import multiple functions, like you want to import add also. So you can import add also by giving comma. And then what you need to do is just simply directly use add. So now it will give 40 plus 20, 60. So it will give you 60. So it's just so easy. Okay. So these are the different ways in which you can import it. Okay. So this is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it. So this is how you can create a your own module. Again, I'm repeating one thing, okay? Because this thing needs to be clear to you guys, and that is so one thing I'll just want to repeat is that a module is a Python file. What is this calculator.py? This calculator.py is what? It is a Python file only. Okay, that's good. Let's again go back to the containing Python code. This calculator.py contains what? It contains normal Python code only. Okay, such as functions, classes, and variables. What are these two? These two are functions only. You can keep variable also. Let me show you a variable also. Let's say I create pi, okay, and I will store the value of pi as 3.14. Now, will I be able to use this? Yeah, sure. Why not? I can use this. So I'll do what? I can just go here. I can print calc dot pi and no, no, it should work. Module calculator has no attribute pi. Okay, maybe like this. If I do like this, then it may should work. Okay, why is this? About calc.add, calc.py. Okay, wait. Can I directly use it? Mm, why this module calculator is I'm making a spelling mistake? Okay, let me just try to specifically import pi. Okay, maybe then it should work. Okay, okay. Cannot import pi from calculator. And what is the reason for this is from calculator import subtract add pi. So there is an import error. Now that I understood that there is an import error. But why is this error? Ideally, it should work. Or should I do what? Should I create one more? Maybe because it is not a py file. Maybe because of that also it may happen. So print. Okay, let me just first import calculator, and from calculator dot py. Okay, now it gives it. Okay. Guys, maybe the error because of I am trying to access it in .ipynb file. Okay, so maybe because of that the error could be there. I don't know. But if I run the same code in my main.py, so I guess here it will work. Okay, so now I just remove this line. Okay, and now when I'll execute, yeah. So maybe the error could be because of I am trying to access the variable in my .ipynb file. I don't know, I'm not sure. But in my normal python.py file, means main.py file, I'm easily able to access it. So now that could be the only possible reason, okay? Maybe .pynb file does not suppose the variable. So now means this is proof that if you have a variable also, so that also you can use it. Okay, it's not like that. You can use it. Or maybe because of my interpreter I am using conda, so because of that maybe it should happen. Okay, so you guys also try it in your .ipynb file also and .py file also. Let's see what happens. In my py file it's working. In .pynb file I don't know why it's not working. It just say import error. So maybe there could be an error. Okay, or it's not able to find it out. That could also be the possible reason, but it's okay. Okay, functions are working, that's great, and this is how you create it. Okay, but in main.py you are able to access it, that's fine. Okay, so I'll just remove it from here, although it is working. So that is only one thing we wanted. So I'll close this. Yeah, now let's create one more cell. So this was all about the modules. Okay, this was all about the modules, how modules work and everything. Okay, so not only functions, variables, classes, everything you can create in one file. Okay, let's say calculator.py. Here you can store different types of classes, functions, variables, and then you can import it on your main.py or in your data.ipynb. Okay, you can import it and it will be used. Now guys, there is the next concept, which is called as package, which is called as packages. Now, what are packages? So, packages basically means packages are the collection of modules. Okay, module is a single Python file. Okay, just like calculator.py is my module. So, it is a single Python file. Okay, now package, it is a directory. Okay, and inside that directory we have multiple modules. So in the packages, what you do, let me show that. First of all, understand package is just like a folder, directory. In that directory, you have multiple modules for different set of works. Okay. So that is what a package is all about. Okay. Now let me show you one example. So what I'll do now, I'll create one package. Okay. Let's create now a package. So I'll create a package called as utilities. Utilities. Now this is my folder utilities. In this I'll create, okay, one calc.py, and in this only I'll create one more file, and I'll say validator.py, validator.py. Okay, so I have calc.py and validator.py inside this. Okay, so in this calc.py I'll keep my this codes. Okay, add, subtract these codes. In validator, let's create a let's create a function for validating a number. So let's say to check a positive, that a number is a positive number or a negative number, we'll create a function here and return if num is greater than 0. So it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So this is my validator, this is my calc.py. Okay, I'll come back here and now I'll show you that how you are going to use this packages. Okay, so to use these packages, we are going to do is now the importing style will little bit change. Okay, so now we will import like this from utilities. Okay, now if you have to import from the calc files, you will say calc utilities.calc import add like this. Okay, then use what? Use add, it will give you 30. Now, if you want to check that a number is positive or not, so that is present in validator.py. Validator is present inside utilities. So I'll do what? For from, or I'll just copy the same code. Okay. From calc, I'll change it to now validator. Validator. Inside this validator, the method name is underscore positive. Is underscore positive. And now let's check for is positive. So it will give me true that yes, it is positive number. If I'll give minus, it will give me false that it is not a positive number. So this is how you create a package. Okay, like here, we have created a utilities package, and inside this utility package, you will see that you have two libraries, you have two modules, calc.py and validator.py, and both you can use it. But remember, whenever you are going to use it, so now you have to mention the directory. So you will say in utilities, there is a module called as calc, import that, and from that import add. Okay, in utilities there is a module called as validator, from that import is positive. So like that you can do it. Okay, like this you can use it. Or from, let's try that also, from calculator import pi, cannot import from pi, no, it's not working, but it will work there. It's okay, leave it. Okay, so this is how you can import, and this is what a package is. So package is just simple, it is a collection. Okay, or you can say in a more simple way that it is a way of organizing the related Python modules into a directory structure. Okay, that is all about this. Okay, so if I have to write the definition, so we can write that a package is a way of of organizing. Okay, one more thing. Okay, one minute. There is one more concept about the packages, that when you create a package now, so all the files which you will keep it. Suppose I have created utilities. So in utilities, I'll try to keep all the files which is related to that only. So suppose calc is doing the calculation. Validator is validating the numbers. So they are all related with arithmetic operations only, numeric related. Okay, so when you create a package, you try to do what? Okay, you try to organize your or related Python modules. So all the modules which are related to each other, that you keep it inside one package. Like you have one library called as skykit learn in Python, that is used for machine learning. Okay, so now in this scikit learn, there is learn dot linear regression, scikit learn dot random forest. Now in random forest, there is random forest regression also, there's random forest classifier also. Okay, then there is a scikit learn dot metrics. Now metrics is another module um, which is used to just see the give us the accuracy, recall, precision. So just metric those models, that how efficient those models are working on our parameters. So see, scikit-learn is what? It is a package, and inside that package you have multiple modules for different things. Okay, so it's just like that. Numpy is what? Numpy is a package. Inside Numpy you have modules for linear algebra, you have modules for random creating random data sets, for that also there is a module. So it's just like that. Okay, so you just organize all the related Python modules directory into a directory structure. Okay, like this. So this is what a package is, and this is how you can create your own package. Okay, so you have to just create a normal folder. Directory means your normal folder, and inside that normal folder, just write calc.py and create your all related modules, and it will work. Without camera, try to write only py. I tried, brother. I tried. It's not working. I tried, but it's not working. Okay. Spyro 1212. Okay, yes, okay. In main.py it is working, but it is not working in my .ipyn file because of, maybe because of my kernel. It may so happen, okay, because calculator.py is getting executed in with my normal Python 3.12 version, and my ipynb is actually is base. It is of Conda. It is a Conda interpreter Python 3.13.5. So because of that also there could be error. Okay, if there is an import error only, it means it is not able to detect pi. So because of that only reason, okay, that reason only I feel that that will be the only reason because of that. Okay, so that is the thing, guys. Okay, so till now we have understood the module and the package. So I hope now the difference is clear between module and a package. Okay, so you guys will not get confused in package and module after this. So let me just write the difference now. So now let's just talk about the difference between a module and a package. So module is usually a .py file, okay, whereas a package is a directory. Directory means it is a folder kind of thing, okay, or it is of a package structure, directory or package structure, okay. This do what? This contains, a module contains Python Python code, okay, whereas a package organizes the related modules, okay. So package organizes the related modules. So package organizes related modules, whereas modules contain Python code, okay. Module is a smaller unit, okay, whereas package is a larger organizational unit, okay. So it is a larger concept. Module is a single file, that's why it is a smaller unit, whereas a package is a larger organizational unit. Okay. Now we'll do what? Now I can see that most of you are understood, but tell me guys, anyone knows that when I write import add, import this, or when I write import calculator, so how does this import actually works internally? Anyone knows that? Okay. So let me tell you about that also. See, Python roughly does what? When we check whether the module is already loaded or not, means when we write, suppose when I have written import calculator. So when I have written import calculator, so Python does what? First of all, Python starts checking whether this module is already loaded or not. Okay. If it is already loaded, so it will not load it. But if it is not loaded, so then it starts searching for this module. Okay, so it searches for the module. When the search, it finds the module, so it loads the module. When it loads the module, so then it executes the module code. Okay. When it executes the module code, so it creates a module object. When it creates a module object, then it binds the name with the calculator. Okay. Then it binds our, suppose day10.ipynb, then it will be bind with our calculator.py. So this is how it works. Internally, this is what happens. Without camera, try to write only py. I've written, brother. I've written. So this is what internally happens, okay? And suppose if I'll execute this, now it will be correct. But if I'll write a module name which is not present, let's say if I write my module. So if a module is not found, it will give you an error called as module not found error. It means that named module, either you have not installed it or this module is not present in your directory or whatever location you are searching for. So it is not present. So when you get this type of error, it means two things, that either your module, if it is a built-in module, so it is not installed, or it is not present in your directory. Okay, so it means that. Okay, I hope every concept is clear to you guys. Okay, so now we'll move to our next concept. Okay, and that is also one of the concept which is used in when you try to build your system. So the concept is about underscore underscore name underscore underscore and underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Okay, so I should keep like this only. Okay, so this is about this concept, that is underscore underscore name underscore underscore and underscore underscore main underscore underscore. What is this? What is this thing? What is this name? Okay, so now today I'll tell you about this also. That actually, what is this? What is this underscore underscore name and what it does and why it is used? Okay, so guys, every Python module means every Python file, it has a special variable called as name. Automatically, it has a variable whenever you create a Python module, or if it is a built-in module also means a Python file, it has already this special variable there. Okay, and its value depends on how the file is being used. Okay, for this I'll need what? I'll need this main.py. So now I'll do what? I'll remove everything from this main.py. Okay, and I will just I need one more file. I need one more file, and this file name is demo.py. So I'll create a demo.py also. And this demo.py, what I'll do, I will print underscore underscore name underscore. I will run this, and you will see when I'm running underscore. Okay, let me just do what? Let me just clear everything. Okay, and let me run this again. So I'll say python demo.py. Now you see when I'm printing underscore underscore name underscore underscore, I'm getting underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Okay, so when I'm printing name, I'm getting main. What is this? Okay, what is this? And why I'm getting this? Why I'm getting main when I'm printing name? Okay, so this happens. Okay, this happens a lot. Now I'll show you one more thing. Now I'm executing demo.py, so I'm getting main. Now I'll do what? I will, in my demo.py, I'll print name, okay? And I'll go in my main.py. And my main.py, I'll just simply import demo. That's all. I'll import demo. And now I'll do what? Now I'll run my main.py. So I'll write python main.py. Now you will see when I'm running main.py, I'm getting demo. Wait, what is happening here? And how it happens, okay? So understand the concept, guys. Each Python module has a name. Each Python module has a special variable called as name. I'm printing that variable in my demo.py, okay? But this time I'm doing what? I'm going in my main.py and I've just imported my demo. And I'm just running python main.py. I'm running my main.py file. In that file, I've just imported the demo and it gives me demo here. Why? Because automatically this demo.py print name is getting executed. Okay. So this distinction is extremely important. Okay. To know this and to understand this, that why we are getting demo, we need to understand one thing, that what is this main? When we are printing name, So we are getting main. So what is this main? Okay. So guys, when we run or when a Python file is executed directly, so Python does what? Python by default sets name equals to main like this. Python by default and main like this. Okay. You have seen this structure in many projects also. This has been used. Okay. It automatically sets this. When you run main name, so it automatically sets name with main. Okay. What does it means? It means to say that to fix this problem, it is said that when I have imported demo, okay, so demo.py, when I'm running main.py, so demo also getting executed. We don't want that. Okay, so that's why we need to do this thing. That's why we need to do this particular thing. This thing means that runs this code means run all the code, okay, only and only when this current file is executed directly, okay, not when it is imported, okay, not when it is imported. So when it is imported, then it should not be executed, but when it is run, then only it should be executed. If you want to make your file like that, then you have to do this manually. Okay, then you have to do this manually. Otherwise you'll get like this, that you will import demo, and in demo you are doing something, so that will be also imported. So we don't want that. Okay, so for that we need to do this. For that we need to do this. Now to show this, I'll show you one beautiful example. Now we have our calculator.py. Okay, we have our calculator.py. Now I'll go in my main.py, and instead of demo, now I'll import my calculator. Okay, I'll import calculator, and I'll do what? In my calculator.py now, I will give a print here. Okay, and this print is calculator module loaded. Okay, I'll just give a print, and I'll go in my main.py. I import calculator, and I'll print calculator dot add 10 comma 20. Okay, and now I'll execute this. So to execute this, I'll write here python main.py. Now guys, you will notice one thing. I am only calling my add method, but what I'm getting? Calculator module loaded. Okay, this print also we are getting it. Now why I'm getting this print in our, okay, why I'm getting this? I don't want this print. I am only calling the add method. I want only that. I don't want to execute the print, but print is automatically being executed. This is the same example which I showed you in the demo. That demo was printing the name, so it was giving main. But in main.py, when I was just simply importing the demo, it was giving me demo. So same thing now I explained with the calculator.py. In calculator.py, I have my pi, I have my add function, I have my subtract function. Okay, and then I have a print which says calculator module loaded. Now in main.py, I'm just simply importing calculator. I just import calculator and I'm just calling add only. But then also I'm getting this print also executed. So now to fix this, what we can do is, okay, so now I'll do what? I'll go here, okay, in my calculator.py, and here I'll just simply say, here I have all the functions, okay, and here I'll just write one thing. I'll go and just simply say, uh, if name underscore underscore equals to underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Okay. So do what? Then print add. Okay, and here it should be equals to. Now when I'll execute my calculator, so it will give me calculator module loaded 30. Okay. Now when I'll execute this main, okay, if I'll remove this, then I should not get this. Okay, my bad. I have to keep this here. Okay, I should keep this here. Okay, now I should go here, and now when I'll execute my main.py, so now you'll see, now you'll get nothing. So now when you only call, now when you only call, suppose calculator dot add 10 20, okay, and when you execute main.py, so you will only get 30. Now that message will be not printed. This message, no, which you are getting here. Now you have to put this method inside this, okay, if name equals to underscore underscore main underscore underscore. So now these lines will only be executed when you'll execute the calculator.py. Okay, but you'll import calculator.py in another module. So then that message will be not printed. Okay, so this is how you do it. This is the reason, and this is what, okay, this means. This is what this particular thing means. Okay, name main, this is what it means. Again, let me just repeat it. Name is a special variable whose value is main, and it is by default created with every Python file. Okay, guys. So now the problem was what, that if you have a module like this, okay, if you have a module like this demo.py, and you are loading that demo in different module, so all the messages, all the print function automatically that gets executed when you load, when you just import that module. Okay, so to prevent that, what you can do is, okay, let me just show you the example. Suppose if I import demo and I will execute this file, you see you getting demo here. In main dot, when I'm executing main.py, I'm getting demo also. Now to prevent this, what you can do is, you can put this particular thing, okay, you can put this particular thing in name underscore underscore equals to underscore underscore main underscore, okay. So now what will happen? Now when you'll execute demo.py, then only this line will be executed. Now when I'll only loaded demo, I'm not using demo, I'm just importing demo. Now when I'll execute this, you will see you will get only 30. Now you will not get that demo message here. Why? Because now I have made sure that I am saying that only print the name when I will execute demo.py. If I am loading demo.py in any other file, so then does not execute this line. So this is means that, okay. So now if I'll execute python demo.py, so it will give me main. But when I'll execute python main.py, so then it will not give me that. So this is what this name equals to main is all about. Okay, and it is widely used in real world also. Let me show you where it is used and how it is used. So I'll give you a real world example how it is used. So suppose you have def main, and in this you are just printing uh, program. You might have seen this type of code. Program started. Okay, then you can write your rest of the application codes, whatever you want here. Okay, and then you will do what? If underscore underscore name underscore underscore equals to equality operator underscore underscore main. If that is the case, okay, execute the main. It means what? It means that execute this main only and only when you are executing main.py. Okay. When you will not execute main.py, so then this main file will not be executed. That is what it means. And this structure is very common in all our projects. I also, when I develop an application or I build a project, so I use this thing. And in Flask also, after the static video, the next video will come. In that we are going to use this structure. Okay, so then there also you will learn about this. So this is how you do it. Now let's go on this file. So this was about the main. Okay, I hope you guys have understood. If understood, so do like and subscribe the channel. Okay, 10 people are watching and only 7 likes are there. So guys, please do like the session if you're liking the content. Now the next topic, guys, which we are going to talk about is about pip. So now we'll talk about the pip. What is pip? Pip is a Python package installer. Okay, it is a Python package installer which is used to install Python libraries. Okay, Python libraries, which is okay. And from where it installs? So it installs from the Python package index. Okay, manager. Python package index. Okay, which is called as PyPI. Python package index manager. Okay, PyPy. From there, this pip installs. Okay, all the packages. So pip is what? Python package installer. Okay, pip is what? Full form of pip is that it is a Python's package installer. Using this, we install the Python packages which is present in our Python domain. Okay, and where it is present? It is present in Python package index. And to install this, you need an active internet connection. Okay, so this pip allows us to install the third-party packages from the Python package index and other configure package indexes. Okay, how to check this? So to check this, I guess it will be checked here. Let me see if this is checked here or not, or maybe it will be checked in the terminal, I guess. Pip. I'm not sure that it will be. No, here I cannot use it. For this, we need to open our terminal. So open the terminal and here you can write this command. Okay, so now it will give you pip 25.3. So this is my version of pip. Okay, and this is the pip version for 3.12. Okay. Now, how using pip you can install different libraries. To install different libraries, suppose if you want to install NumPy, so pip install NumPy, and in my it will say requirement already satisfied. I know because I have already installed NumPy. So because of that, it says NumPy is already there. Now in my case, it says requirement already satisfies. But in your case, maybe it will be downloaded. So if you have to install anything, you're going to write this pip install NumPy. Okay, install you have to write. Same thing if you have to uninstall. So if you have to install something, you will write pip install NumPy. If you have to uninstall, you will write pip uninstall NumPy. Okay, like this. If you have to install a NumPy specific version, suppose if you have to install NumPy version, uh, which version NumPy I have. So show NumPy pip show, numpy. So I have my numpy is of which version? Oh, it gave me so big information. I have to read everything. Okay. So pip list. Okay. Where is numpy? I have to go. Okay. 2.2.6. Okay. This is my numpy version 2. So if you have to install, suppose 2. I don't know if 2.2.7 is there or not, but if you want to install 2.2.7, okay, so you can install like this. If you want to install a specific version, so this is how you can import a specific version also. Okay. So this is how you can import a specific versions too. And if you want to see all the installed packages, so you can write pip list. Okay, so when you write pip list, so you will get all the installed libraries which you have in your system, that you will get it. Okay, so that is how it works. So this is all about the pip. Okay. Now the next thing, guys, which we'll talk about is a virtual environment. And this is going to be the very important topic. Okay. So I want you guys to just pay attention. Now, those who are in development, those who want to use Python as a development, you want to develop your systems, you want to develop applications, you want to build something, or web development you want to do. So those of you who are more focused on a development kind of thing, so for you guys, this is very important topic. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention. Okay, what is virtual environment? Now, what is virtual environment? See, guys, virtual environment is I can say what you have. See, first of all, you downloaded Python, so your Python is available for all the users, all the softwares for everyone. Now, suppose you want to work on a specific project. Okay, or suppose in a single system you are working on five different projects. So when you're working on five different projects, all those projects need the same libraries but of different versions. So how you can install the same library but of different versions for your different projects? So that you can do it using virtual environment. So you do what? You create your own environment specific to your own project. And when you create your own environment, that environment is just like the Python, but it does not have extra installed libraries. So for whatever you need it, you have to again install everything. Okay. So it gives a specific environment for your specific project. Shruti, uh, sir, I installed NumPy 26.2.1 just now. Yes, yes, it's good. Yeah. I deal with multiple projects. No, so because of that, my version is very less. Yes, get good. Try to uninstall also. Try to use the uninstall command also. Okay. So we were talking about the virtual environment. So virtual environment basically gives you a specific environment for your specific project, so that all the projects do not get collided with each other, and there should be an error based on the versions, that in your system for one project you will install numpy 26.2, for different you will need 2.2. So this is not, you can, this is one thing which you don't want it. Okay, so because of that you create a virtual environment. So I also, in each of my project, I try to create a my own virtual environment. Okay, so how you are going to create your own virtual environment? So guys, to create your own virtual environment, you have to write this command in your terminal. What you have to write? Python dash m. Okay, then you'll write your virtual environment name. Okay, no, sorry, you write your virtual vnv, you write VENV, and then you write virtual environment name. Okay, so then you write your name. This is the syntax of creating your own virtual environment. Okay, so let me just show my directory to you. Now in this my directory, you can see there is no virtual environment. Okay, there is no virtual environment. Now I'll show you one thing. Okay, now I'll go and I'll write here. Okay, I'll write Python, and now I'm creating my own virtual environment for suppose this directory. What is this directory name? August Python Bootcamp. So for August Python Bootcamp, I want to create my own directory. Okay, so let's just see that how I will be able to create it. So I'll write python-m venv, and I'll give my virtual environment name as my environment. So my env. I'll press enter, and you will see that now you get a directory here, my env. Okay, and let's just load this, and then we'll go to this my env, and we'll see that how the next steps we can do it. Okay, so now you can see now my environment, my virtual environment, that name is my environment, has been created. So let's go and see that what are the things are already there in my environment, okay, and how it's look like. So when you'll go and see it, you have one folder, one directory called as include in my, okay, one directory called as library, one directory called as script, and one is my config file, okay, in which you can see the version of my Python. You can see side packages false, my version, and all the things, commands, and everything is there, okay. So now let's go in my env and let's see what is this include. Okay, so it is just empty. What is in libraries? So in libraries there is side packages. Inside this we have pip, okay, and all the commands for pip. So pip is already by default comes, and this is also for pip only. Okay, so we'll not this. Now guys, one more thing which you have to understand: when you create a virtual environment, you have to activate the environment to use it. Okay, now this time I'll show you when I'm installing, when I'll try to install NumPy. So it gives me requirement already satisfies, because till now I'm not in my environment. Okay, I'm not using my environment. Now to use my environment, what you have to do, you will go on your script. Okay, you will go on your script, and in this script, now there are few activate, okay, scripts already written. So this activate is for command. Okay, if you are using the command line, like here in the terminal in the VS Code, you will go and you can create many terminals. Okay, so you can create a terminal for a PowerShell. So my by default I have set to PowerShell. So in my Windows I have default set my terminal as PowerShell. Okay, you can you can create a terminal of command prompt also. Okay, I have Ubuntu, I use that kind of things also for my different projects. So mostly you will have PowerShell and command prompt. Normal people in Windows, this is there. Okay, now what you have to do, I use PowerShell. So the people who are using PowerShell terminal, you have to copy this activate.ps1 file. Okay, you have to copy this ps1.py and copy the relative path. Okay, and those who are using CMD, those who are only using CMD, for them you have to copy this activate relative path. Okay, come here in your terminal, paste the path, and press enter. Now guys, you will see your environment is now activated. Okay, you can see this message, my environment. Okay, this is the name of your environment and this is the location, and now your environment is now activated. Okay, so now let's see that, let's try to install something and let's verify it. So I'll try to install NumPy now. I'll press enter. Now you will see it will be downloaded. Okay, see now it's being downloading. Now it's downloading because now that NumPy was in my system, and now I've created my new environment. In this, everything is new. So there is nothing from the previous versions. From my previous package, from my previous environment, there is nothing. It is a new environment. So again, now NumPy will be downloaded and installed. Okay, this is what you have to do it. Now you'll see successfully installed NumPy 2.5.2. So now it has been successfully installed. So this is how you do it. Okay, this is how you do it. Now again you can run those command here. Suppose pip list So you can see what are the things which are already present. So already there is pip 24.0 and numpy is there 2.5.2. So only there are two libraries in my virtual environment. Okay. Now, once you have created your environment, so now you want to, suppose you want to delete your environment, okay? You want to, means not delete, deactivate your environment. You want to go out of the environment. So when you want to deactivate, you have to write, okay? And what you have to write? Deactivate. Just write deactivate and run. Now you will see you are out of your environment. So now again you have deactivated your environment. So this was all about the virtual environment, that what is virtual environment, why you need virtual environment, and how you can create an environment, and how you can how you can activate it and how you can deactivate it. So I hope each and every step is clear, guys. Okay. And now the next topic which we'll talk about is, this was about virtual environment. The next topic which we'll talk about is a file called as requirement.txt. Okay. And I know that most of you know, that means you have seen this type of file requirement.txt, but you don't know what is the use of this file. Okay. So suppose, guys, you are building a project using, okay, using few modules, like you are using the request module. Let's suppose you are using pandas, you are using numpy, okay, you are using flask. So there are few modules which you are using in your project. Now these are four modules which you are using. Now your teammate who is working with you on the project downloads the project. Okay. So how do the teammate will know that what are the packages he needs to install in his own system to run the project? Okay. So then we do what? Then we go here. Okay. Then we go and then we create a requirement.txt file. And in that requirement.txt file, we try to do what? We try to install, or we try to write all the libraries, all the modules along with their versions, which we have used in our project. Okay. And we create a requirement.txt file. Okay. So how you're going to do that? How you are going to do that? So for that, first of all, I'll do what? I'll just activate my virtual environment. Okay. And in this, I'll install all those things which I have mentioned. So I have installed NumPy. Now I'll install pandas also. Let me just quickly install everything. Okay. And remember, I'm installing it in my virtual environment because I've activated my environment here. Okay. So first there will be pandas. And then I'll show you after installing these libraries, I'll show you that how you can create requirement.txt, okay, based on all the versions. Means whatever the libraries you have installed, based on that, how you can install it, how you can create a requirement.txt. So just wait. Okay, let it takes its time. It will take it time. Okay. Okay, so now pandas is installed. Now I'll install pip install request and flask. So I'm importing both request and flags together only. Okay. So it will take again few minutes. Let it take it. Let it do its job. Okay. Now I guess it has installed the request. Now it is importing the flags. Okay. So now everything is installed. Okay. So now let me just verify it. Pip list, pip list, list. Okay, so pip list. Now these are the modules which I have. Now I have Blinker, and this already comes with Flask. I have Jinja 2. I have NumPy, Pandas, pip. So these already comes with Flask and request module. Okay, so these are the modules which I have. Okay, in my virtual environment. Now based on this virtual environment, suppose in my August Python Bootcamp, means August Python Bootcamp module, this directory, if I'll share you all these files, so you need a requirement.txt file. Okay. So how to create that requirements.txt file so that my all modules which I've installed till now, which will be written inside that. So anyone downloads my project, he can directly install the requirement.txt file. Okay. So let me show you what you have to write. So for that, you need to write, okay, I'll do what? First of all, let me just write it here. Okay. So if you want to create your, if you want to create, okay, requirements.txt with all the installed modules. Okay. So write this command. You have to write pip freeze greater than, okay. Then you'll write your file name requirements.txt and you have to just run this. I'll do what? I'll just copy it. I'll go here. I'll just paste it and I'll execute this. And now let's go on the directory and here you will see now you have a requirement.txt and how this requirement.txt looks like. So now all the libraries till now which you have along with their versions which you have installed, all is there. Okay. All is automatically created in requirements.txt. So now any person who wants, any person who wants to install, or you can also be the person who wants to install requirements.txt. Okay. So they will do what? They have the file requirement.txt because they have downloaded the project. So they need to do what? They will just simply write one command, that is pip install -r, and they will write the file name requirements.txt. Okay. And when we'll write this command and when they will paste this command, so everything automatically will be installed. So in my case, it says requirement already satisfied because I have already installed these things. But in your case, or if the person has not these things, so they will just write this command and everything which is present in this requirement.txt along with the same versions will be installed. So no more chick. Okay. Everything will be automatically, every module will be automatically installed. So this is the use of the virtual environment, and these are few useful commands, okay, which is very important to know about. Because if you are saying that you are a Python developer, so you should be knowing this, that how to manage the versions of different modules, the versions of different libraries. Because there is one more thing. Suppose you are trying to work with web development, you are trying to work with Flask. Now, Flask is supported with a limited NumPy version, or suppose you want to work with TensorFlow, building an AI. Now, TensorFlow also uses NumPy, but that also uses a NumPy specific version. So, if you have installed the latest NumPy version, so maybe your TensorFlow will not be able to work with that. Or when you have both Flask and TensorFlow in the same system, in the same virtual environment, both uses NumPy, but both uses different NumPy environments. So then again there will be a difficulty. So that's why virtual environments are very important. Okay, everyone. So I hope now everyone have understand this concept, and all this concept which is related to a Python development is, you guys have know it, you guys now import uh, knows it. So it's nice, it's good. Okay. And one more thing I like to show you guys. Okay. Okay, one more thing. When you try to load everything to, suppose, GitHub, you want to push everything to GitHub. Suppose you have connected your GitHub here, okay? You have connected your GitHub here, and you directly want to post everything to your GitHub. So your virtual environment sometimes, no, it is a very big file because you have lots of libraries in it. So you don't need to, because you are already giving requirements.txt. So don't need to share the virtual environment. Otherwise, GitHub will not be installed in it. GitHub will not be able to take it because GitHub takes only the files, not the whole environment. So GitHub repository will be a very big in size. So you cannot do that. So for that, you should do what? You should create a file called as dot git ignore. So the a file name is dot git ignore. In this file, what you can do, no, in this file, write your environment name. Okay, so here write my env. Now this my virtual environment will be ignored. So whenever you push your entire code, your entire August Python bootcamp in GitHub, so what will happen? It will automatically ignore the my virtual environment. Okay, it will automatically, okay, not upload the virtual environment. Okay, got it? Understood, everyone? So you can create .git ignore file. Okay, in that write all the files which you don't want to upload it in your GitHub. So suppose my environment is one thing that you don't want to upload it. So that you will put it here. Okay, so that is how you do it. This is how you're going to do everything. So that's all. Let's keep this much only for today. We'll see you in the next session. We'll see you in the next class. So till then, bye bye. Take care. Okay. And guys, continuously 20 to 15 people are watching and only 11 likes are there. Why you guys are not liking it? If you like the session, so please show me also, that other persons should also know that how many persons have liked the session. Okay, so do like and subscribe the channel and do like the videos and all the sessions. Okay, and I hope you find this video very useful to you. Okay, so I'll just write this command also. uh, if you want to uh, ignore few files to not upload in GitHub, so create a .git ignore ignore file, and inside that write your virtual environment name. That's all. That's all you need to do it. There is a possibility to ignore full file just like a folder. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, 20 people are watching. Do like the session, okay? Because you like it, then only it will be means YouTube will share it to all the peoples, okay? So do like the session, and thank you so much, everyone. Hopefully, the Flask video will also be out. And those who don't know, there is also a Flask series going on the this YouTube channel only. So if you want to learn Flask, okay, Flask is a web framework which is used to perform web development. Okay, so those who want to learn that also from very beginning, you just know about Python, and you other than that you don't know anything about web frameworks and Flask. So for you, this is the right place. You go to that series, okay, and watch that thing, okay. There are 5 to 6 videos uploaded in that, and hopefully the next video will also be uploaded today, so you guys can go and explore that too. And I'm sure that that is also going to help you guys a lot to learn Flask. Okay, so you guys can go and watch that also. Many to you, Kumar. I have been enjoying your training so far. Very insightful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Harimedi Konda. Hi, bro. In future, is there is any plans for teach pandas? Yes, man. Yes, yes, yes. I'm trying to come up with a data science series also after the Flask is over. So in that we'll cover pandas too. Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining the session. Thank you so much for making the session so much engageful. Okay. And that's all for this session. That's all for day 10. Okay. The next thing, we'll come up with the next topic, probably decorators. Okay. Generators, iterators, and decorators will learn tomorrow. So from tomorrow onwards, the advanced topics of the Python that we are going to cover for the next 5 days. So I hope everyone is interesting. Everyone is feeling What is needed to become a data science analyst? Oh, ma'am, data science is different and data analyst is different. Okay, data scientist, to be a data scientist, ma'am, first of all, you need to understand the data pipelines, how the data science workflows, okay, all the workflows. And then you need to learn NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and machine learning, Scikit-learn, okay. And then a web framework like Flask, okay. And then you will be a complete data scientist. And if you want to be a data analyst, for that you need NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib, Seaborn, and that is more than enough, okay. You don't need the machine learning algorithms, okay. Or if you want to create, in data analyst, if you want to create a dashboard, so then you need Flask also. Shruti, thank you. Vivu, thank you, okay. Thank you everyone, that's all. Do like the session, and that's all. Piyush Kumar signing off. Bye bye, take care.